Hello 8th graders, it's Mr. KV back with another problem from our unit pre-quiz on linear equations and relations. We're almost at the finish line. We're now looking at our last couple of learning targets. This one says I can model and solve two-step equations in the form of A, and then in parentheses, x plus b equals c. So we know that red tiles equal a positive unit. So on the left side of the equal sign, we're going to write a 6 because we've got 6 positive tiles. Now, we could also write, right here, we could also write 3x plus 12. But we want to think about this format here. A times in parentheses x plus b. So we notice that we can actually write this side of the equal sign in the following way. 3 times x plus, so we've got 3 sets of x's. We've also got 3 sets of 4's. Do you see that? 1, 2, and 3. So we can write it this way, 3x plus 4. Now, there are two different ways to proceed, and one I'll call Sephora's way, and the other one is Russell's way. And I'll start with Sephora's way. It's I think, a little bit simpler. I actually can't remember who suggested the second one, but so her suggestion for getting rid of this 3 is to divide both sides by 3, which makes a lot of sense. So basically, I'm going to use the green marker here for a moment. And we're going to divide the left side by 3. And we're going to divide the entire right side by 3. And that's going to get rid of these 3's. They are going to cancel out. So let me get back into the text box. See, I'm getting better at Jamboard. And I'll go down here. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then on the right side, these, I'm going to get out, maybe use a different color. These two 3's are going to cancel out. See what she's doing there? And then we get back in our text box, edit, boom, and we have just x plus 4. So from here, we can get rid of the 4 simply by adding a negative 4. We need to do that to both sides. So we'll write 2, and then in squiggly lines, negative 4 equals x plus 4 squiggly negative 4. So I just used the squiggly for the sake of time just to show you what I'm adding to both sides. I added a negative 4 over here and one over here. All right, what are we left with? Well, 2 minus 4 is negative 2 equals x. And then, as we've said in the past, it's good to write that. Oh, never mind. Stop talking. You're done. Okay, now I want to show you one other way to do this. Yes, you have the correct answer, but what if we solve it a different way? So another way to do it is you could write 6 equals 3, and then in parentheses, x plus 4. And in this case, we can use something that we call the distributive property. So we can say 3 times x, and we can say 3 times 4. So watch what happens when I do it this way. By the way, we should end up at the same answer, but let's get below that. Okay, 6. Nothing happens on the left side yet, but we get 3 times x. It's just a reminder. 3 times x plus, and remember, 3 times 4 is 12. You might say, well, Mr. KV, that looks a lot different. Well, just stay with it. You'll see what happens here. So we need to get rid of the 12 on the right side. So we're going to add a negative 12 to both sides. 6 minus 12 equals 3x plus 12 minus 12. Whoopsie daisy. I'm looking around my microphone here. Let's stretch that out. So I'm going to make that really clear. I added the negative 12 here, and I added the negative 12 here. All right, let me get back in here. So, edit. 6 minus 12 is negative 6 equals 3x. These 12s cancel out, right? 12 minus 12. Now, how do we get rid of the 3? We divide by 3. So negative 6 divided by 3 equals 3x divided by 3. I just want to show you again, just in case that went too quickly, what I did. I added divide by 3 to both sides. 3x divided by 3. Okay. Let me jump back in here. Edit. All right, now negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2. A negative divided by a positive is a negative. Negative 2 equals 3x divided by 3 is simply x. Look at that. Bingo! We have the same answer on both sides. And you be the judge. Which way was easier? I've done it both ways. You can decide which one you prefer.